What Quran said about moon has no lights of its own and moon has reflected light. Let's see. In some verses of Quran, Allah called sun as Siraj. Siraj means lamp or source of light, so it has no problem to accept that sun is the source of light. But what about moon? Recently science found that moon does not have its own light and it reflects light of sun. What Quran has to say about it? Let's see. Well, first of all, the way Allah mentioned about moon in Quran, it making difference on opinion. Some saying, yes, Allah said moon has reflected light, and some saying Allah said moon has its own light. Muslim trying to prove miracle of Quran, and others trying to prove scientific error in Quran. But let's try to know what is the fact. We will discuss simply with logic. Moon is Qamar in Arabic, and in the most of the places of Quran, Allah called moon as Qamar. But in some verses, Allah said moon as Noor and Munir. Now all the argument coming and starting for these two words. But let's see the meaning of Noor and Munir. Noor means light, Munir means something bright or something shines. Now let's discuss. Noor. Noor means light. So question is, if moon has no lights of its own, then why Allah said it as light? Those who just try to find fault in Quran, they shows this word and say, look, Allah said moon has light. So it's unscientific. But it's not unscientific. Here, Allah didn't say anything unscientific. By this word Noor, it's not proving that moon has its own light. It's also not proving that moon has reflected light. The word Noor used simply to show the simple fact. When Allah said Noor, Allah put it a simple fact that moon give us light. Allah didn't say moon produce light. Allah said moon gives us light, or Allah made moon as light. It's truth. If you see at night, who gives us light? Moon gives us light, and it's the truth. Now I give you an example. Suppose I gave $100 to my brother to give it as a charity, and my brother name is X. So he went and gave charity to the poor people. So if you ask to the poor people, who gave you charity? The poor people will say that the guy named X gave us charity. So it's truth, it's not a lie. From where X got the money, it's another part. But the truth is X gave charity. Like this, Allah used the word Noor to tell the simple fact about moon. Moon gives us light. At night we get light from moon. So in this sense, moon is Noor. If you search other verses wherever Allah used the word Noor, if you see those verses, you will find that wherever Allah used the word Noor, He used it as a light that removes darkness. Allah said in chapter 24 verse 35 that God is the light of heavens and the earth. It means God, by His knowledge, by His power, He gives light to the heaven and the earth. He removes the darkness from heaven and the earth. We all know that at night it's dark and moon comes at night. So moon gives us light at night and removes the darkness. Noor is the most accurate word for moon, because like God removes the darkness of ignorance and devilish darkness, same like this, moon removes the darkness of night. So this word Noor is most accurate word for moon. Now let's talk about Munir. Munir means bright or shining. The word Munir is very close to the fact that moon has no lights of its own and moon has reflected light. Let's analyze a little bit deeply. Normal meaning of Munir is shining or something bright. But if you think a little bit deeply, you will find it means something that shines when it gets light from outside. Example, suppose your room is dark, has no light, and you have a torch. When you on the torch, room become visible to you and become bright. It's Munir. When Allah said moon as Munir, it shows that moon has no lights by its own. It's in dark until it gets light from outside. Whenever it gets lights from outside, it shines and it reflects the light. Now, if we see other verses of Quran, wherever Allah used the word Munir, if we see those verses, it would be more clear to us. In most of the verses, wherever Allah used the word Munir, He used it to indicate Quran. He said that Quran is Munir. It means Quran that gives brightness. Quran that shines inside the heart of human. Now, why Allah said Quran as Munir? Because Quran also has no power by its own. Same like the moon. Moon cannot give light by its own. Quran cannot give light by its own. When human read and preach the Quran, then it can shows its power. Same like when moon gets light from sun, it reflects the light, it shows its power. If you bring Quran in home and never read it, if you put the Quran inside, Quran cannot stand and convey the message by itself. So it's need the push of human. When human read the Quran and preach it, Quran become bright and it removes the darkness. So in that context, by using the word Munir for moon, Allah proved that moon has no lights of its own and it get lights from outside. Then it reflects the light. All praise goes to Allah, who wrote this kind of scientific truth in the Holy Quran 1400 years back.